What if I told you that many of the most serious problems with Congress, the partisan polarization, the lack of accountability, the entire practice of gerrymandering, is because of a system put in place by one well-intentioned law that passed 50 years ago today?
It's true. On December 14, 1967, Congress passed a law that would govern how we elect the U.S. House of Representatives. Under the new law, every state was required to elect each representative from his or her own district, one winner per district, rather than being able to elect more than one person off of the same ballot.
Since then, every state has elected its representatives the same way as every other state, in winner-take-all districts that each elect exactly one winner. That is not the only way to do it. In fact, out of the 33 largest countries with high human rights ratings, only 3 countries hold all of their national elections this way: the United States, Canada, and Ghana. The Constitution does not require this system. It is a choice we have made, and that choice has consequences. Every 2 years, FairVote releases a report called Monopoly Politics that describes the ramifications of this system, the most obvious being the lack of competition and accountability in our elections. Monopoly Politics 2018 includes an online tool you can use to make surprisingly reliable projections for how the 2018 elections will shake out, both for who will win and even the approximate percent of the vote we project them to win with. Let's take a look. At the top, there's an explanation for how it works. The projected result in a district comes from 3 pieces of information. The first, district partisanship, is the most important. It looks at how voters in that district voted for president compared to how the nation as a whole voted for president. The difference between those is a measure of how voters in that district view the 2 major political parties. For example, if Hillary Clinton did about 3 points better in a district than in the nation as a whole, we would say that district favors Democrats by about 3%. A generic Democrat would be expected to win about 53% of the vote there. The results from the 2016 presidential election allow us to make projections for the 2018 congressional election. The other 2 data points have to do with who the incumbent is and also how the country will feel about the 2 major political parties in the upcoming election. We do not use any polling data on the races or any information about voting records, campaign spending, or anything else.
We never know exactly what's going to happen, but there are some districts where we can be very confident about whether a Republican or a Democrat will win in 2018. We call these high confidence projections. If we project a seat to be won by a high enough margin, we can call that seat for the party we expect to win.
Those high-confidence projections are almost always right. From 2012 to 2016, we have called 1,062 seats, and we were right in 1,061 of them, an accuracy rate of more than 99.9%. For 2018, we are calling 379 seats. That's more than 87% of them, at that level of confidence. There's a lot you can do with this spreadsheet. You can adjust the national 2-party preference and see how that changes things. For example, 2008 was about a 54% Democratic year. What if that happens in 2018? Modify that number here, and you can see how all of the projections change. The goal of the 1967 law was to institute a fair standard for all of the states. After 50 years, it's clear that that is not working. Instead, this system has given us gerrymandering, polarization, and a lack of accountability. To see how things could be better, take a look at our report on the Fair Representation Act,
a bill introduced earlier this year by Congressman Don Beyer of Virginia. In that report, we used the same methodology to project how things might be different under a more fair system.
For all this, visit fairvote.org/monopoly_politics. Thanks for watching.